Theory is one thing, but seeing it in action is what really makes it stick. Subscribe now so you don't miss a thing. To show you how this works, we're going to follow the journeys of three fictional people. Their stories are inspired by common, real-life situations, and they show how gradual adjustments can lead to lasting change. Welcome to New Pod. Before we begin, there's an important point we need to clarify. The three journeys we're about to explore, those of Elise, Mark, and Leo, are entirely fictional. These characters aren't real. They were created to illustrate principles in situations that many people might recognize. So, these are not personal testimonials, clinical cases, or results from real-world studies. The numbers and progress shown are for illustrative purposes only. They are in no way a prediction of the results you might achieve personally. It's completely normal for two people changing the same habits to get different results. Everyone's journey is unique. These examples are meant to inspire a gradual and personalized approach, not to set a standard or promise a specific outcome. Our first case is Elise, a 38-year-old project manager who is married with two young children. Her life is a daily marathon, juggling work, school, and the kids' activities. She feels tired all the time, which leads her to mindlessly snack in the late afternoon and then again at night in front of the TV. Her meals are often improvised. They're usually prepared foods or quick pasta dishes because she lacks the time and energy to cook. She's gained a few pounds and doesn't feel as comfortable in her clothes anymore. Her main goal is to get her energy back, feel lighter, and stop being so reliant on snacking. For breakfast, she just has coffee and a slice of toast with no protein. At lunch, in the cafeteria, she often picks heavy meals. And in the evening, after making dinner for the kids, she just eats whatever she can find. In her first month, Elise focused on building a solid foundation. She started by making her breakfast more filling and protein-rich, like Greek yogurt with fruit and a handful of nuts. This was enough to reduce her morning snack cravings. For lunch at the cafeteria, she learned to build a better plate, always prioritizing vegetables and protein. To handle the chaos of weeknights, she started a simple prep routine on Sundays. She'd cook large batches of whole grains, like quinoa and roasted vegetables. As for hydration, she replaced her occasional sodas with water, aiming for 1.5 liters a day. Finally, she added a new physical habit, taking 20-minute brisk walks during her lunch break, 3 times a week. During the second month, as her meals became more balanced, her snacking naturally decreased. Emily kept a journal to identify her emotional triggers. She replaced cookies with fruit or veggie sticks and hummus. Using a weekly plan for meals and grocery shopping reduced her stress. She also added a 30-minute strength training session at home on Saturdays. By the third month, she discovered the joy of cooking simple, healthy meals and learned how to read nutrition labels at the supermarket. A 10-minute relaxation routine before bed improved her sleep. After 3 months, Emily had lost 10 pounds. More importantly, she felt more energetic, slept better, and had regained her confidence. She had built habits she knew she could maintain without feeling frustrated. Our second story is about Mark, a 45-year-old software developer. He spends his days and evenings sitting in front of a screen. He's single and almost never cooks, preferring takeout and processed meals, often with a soda or beer. He'd gained a significant amount of weight. His doctor pointed out some concerning blood markers, and he got winded from the slightest exertion. His goal was to improve his overall health and lose some weight. In his first month, he started with a few simple changes. He swapped all his sugary drinks for water and cut back on takeout from 5 nights a week to 3. For the other nights, he opted for less processed ready-made meals. He also added a piece of fruit to his breakfast and started taking a 30-minute walk each evening after dinner. In the second month, Mark started making simple meals, like omelets, lentil salads, or stir-fries with frozen vegetables. He learned to use visual cues, like the palm of his hand, to manage his portion sizes. At the grocery store, reading food labels helped him choose more whole foods. His walks got faster, and he started riding a stationary bike 3 times a week while watching his shows. By the third month, he was still exploring new recipes, even adding spinach to his omelets, and he had cut back on beer to just once a week. He got into the habit of screen-free eating to better listen to his hunger cues. After 3 months, Mark had lost 15 pounds. His blood work improved, he was no longer out of breath, and he had discovered a new love for cooking. Finally, let's look at Leo, a 24-year-old art student who is vegetarian for ethical reasons. But his diet had become unbalanced. He was eating a lot of processed vegetarian foods, pasta, and white rice. He often felt bloated, lacked energy, and had trouble concentrating, all while on a limited budget. His goal was to create a complete, energizing vegetarian diet. For his first month, he started by diversifying his protein sources by adding more lentils, chickpeas, tofu, and tempeh. He also increased his intake of vegetables, both fresh and frozen, by adding them to his meals. He discovered that dried legumes were a very affordable and nutritious option and started buying them in bulk. Lastly, he simply replaced his fruit juices with water. In his second month, Leo cut back on ultra-processed vegetarian foods, replacing them with homemade options or whole ingredients. He started choosing fiber-rich whole grains, like brown rice and whole wheat pasta. He also added healthy fats like avocado and nuts to help him feel satisfied. He made a habit of preparing extra food for his college lunches to avoid impulse buys. By the third month, he was using spices and herbs to keep his meals interesting. He noticed his bloating had gone down and his energy levels were more stable. He also made sure to get enough iron and vitamin B12. In the end, Leo felt lighter and more mentally sharp, with steady energy all day. It proved that a well-planned vegetarian diet can be full of vitality. These 3 fictional journeys showed that lasting change is built step by step, without frustration. Each small action, repeated over time, adds up to a real transformation. For more insights like this, make sure to subscribe to New Pod.